Welcome back, fight fans. Tonight, we're diving into one of the most heated controversies in recent UFC history. Imagine stepping into the octagon for the fight of your life. Your legacy, your belt, and your pride all on the line. But just days after the fight ends, whispers of injuries, illnesses, and excuses start spreading like wildfire. That's exactly what's happening between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira after their explosive clash at UFC 313. Was Pereira really fighting with a broken hand and norovirus? Did Joe Rogan's comments ignite unnecessary drama? And what about Ankalaev's fiery response and his shocking offer for an immediate rematch? Buckle up because we're breaking it all down. Every punch, every claim, and every tweet. This is a story of champions, controversy, and redemption. Let's get started. Let's rewind to March 15th, 2025, UFC 313. The main event was a blockbuster clash between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight title. On one side stood Ankalaev, a Dagestani powerhouse known for his relentless wrestling and iron will. On the other side stood Alex Pereira, Poatan, a striking phenom with knockout power that could put anyone to sleep. The fight was intense, but something felt off about Pereira from the very beginning. His usual aggression was missing. His strikes lacked their usual venom. And as the rounds went on, Ankalaev took control, dominating in the clinch, landing takedowns, and grinding out a unanimous decision victory. The judges scored it 49-46, 48-47, and 48-47 in favor of Ankalaev. While Ankalaev celebrated his hard-fought victory in front of a roaring crowd, fans on social media were already asking questions. What happened to Pereira? Why did he look so flat? And just when things seemed to settle down, Joe Rogan entered the conversation. Just days after UFC 313, Joe Rogan shook the MMA world with some jaw-dropping claims on his podcast. According to Rogan, sources close to Pereira revealed that he fought Ankalaev with not one but two major setbacks, a broken hand and norovirus. Think about that for a moment. A broken hand would completely neutralize Pereira's most dangerous weapon, his devastating left hook and norovirus. That's a brutal stomach virus that causes fatigue, dehydration, and nausea. Fighting under those conditions would be nothing short of superhuman. Rogan said, and I quote, "They say Pereira wasn't anywhere close to 100%. He had a broken hand going into the fight, and he was battling norovirus." Now, if you've been following Pereira's career, you know he's no stranger to fighting through adversity. Remember when he fought Jiri Prochazka at UFC 295 with a knee injury? But this time, something feels different. Magomed Ankalaev wasn't about to let Rogan's comments overshadow his victory. In fact, he wasted no time firing back on social media. In a fiery post on X, formerly Twitter, Ankalaev wrote, "When fighters step into the cage, nobody is 100%. Injuries are part of the game." He went on to say that excuses like these disrespect not only his performance, but also the sport itself. But here's where things get even spicier. Ankalaev didn't stop at defending himself. He went on the offensive. He accused Pereira of greasing during their fight, a controversial tactic where fighters allegedly apply substances to make themselves slippery and harder to grapple with. While there's no concrete evidence to back this claim yet, it adds another layer of drama to an already intense rivalry. And then came the twist no one saw coming. Ankalaev offered Pereira an immediate rematch. That's right, the Dagestani champion isn't content with just one win over Poatan. He wants to leave no doubt in anyone's mind that he's the undisputed king of the light heavyweight division. On X, he tweeted, "August works for me, but this time, no Vaseline." A bold jab at those greasing accusations. Now here's what we know so far. Dana White has reportedly given the green light for this rematch to happen as early as UFC 304 in August. But will Pereira accept? If Rogan's claims are true about his injuries and illness, he'll need time to recover, not just physically, but mentally as well. The MMA community is buzzing with opinions, and let me tell you, it's split right down the middle. On one side are fans who believe Joe Rogan's claims justify Pereira's performance at UFC 313. They argue that fighting with a broken hand and norovirus is practically impossible without it affecting your game plan. On the other side are die-hard Ankalaev supporters who say injuries are not. A win is a win. After all, every fighter steps into the octagon carrying some kind of physical or mental baggage. Even analysts are weighing in. Some are calling for transparency from Pereira about his pre-fight condition, while others believe these post-fight narratives only serve to hype up their inevitable rematch. But beyond all the noise, the injuries, accusations, and social media drama, this rivalry is about legacy. For Magomed Ankalaev, a second win over Alex Pereira would cement his status as one of the most dominant champions in light heavyweight history. A true Dagestani warrior who silenced all doubters. For Alex Pereira, this rematch represents redemption, a chance to prove that his loss at UFC 313 was nothing more than an unfortunate setback caused by circumstances beyond his control. So what do you think? Was Joe Rogan right about Pereira fighting injured? Or is this just another case of post-fight excuses? And more importantly, who wins if they run it back? Drop your predictions in the comments below because we want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of MMA's hottest rivalries right now, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns like this one. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from inside the octagon. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, the world of mixed martial arts is always evolving. Stay tuned as we continue following this thrilling journey between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira.